Something very hard to pin down and hard to quantify would be just neighborhood pride.
We've found that the better we can make any portion of the neighborhood, the whole neighborhood does better.
It helped the small businesses grow and flourish.
And it's creating a more vibrant community right here.
So it all started with the Duke Revitalization Grant that we received.
The Duke Energy Foundation was created to have a vehicle for Duke Energy to invest back into the local community. And what we look for is opportunities to invest back in the urban core, to identify programs and projects to take old properties that had great useful life earlier and to bring them back to life. That's very important for Duke.
So my wife and I, for about the last decade, we watched this building fall into disrepair to the point of almost collapsing. As community members that wanted to see the building go on for another 100 years, it needed to fall into the hands of somebody who would repair it. The Duke Urban Core Revitalization Grant was brought to our attention. We were able to put together the pre-development package and submit it to Duke to see if this qualified for their grant program.
The advisory board that Duke Energy utilizes to help us evaluate all of the grant proposals is really to give a broader perspective of the greatest community impact that we can achieve.
So one of the reasons we as an organization focus so much on economic development and business development is because of jobs. So to give you an example, Just Q and Barbecue, which is now open right across the street from where this improvement happened thanks to Duke, they hired 12 people. 12 itself is not a big number, but in the Treveran Flats project, in the building that the Duke Energy money went to, there's probably 7 businesses in there, right? So you start to think about the multiplier effect of 12 here, 10 here, 8 here. These improvements do impact, sort of in a domino effect, impact jobs throughout the whole business district.
We were thrilled and excited to receive the Duke Energy grant this year. It actually is going to go towards the architectural and engineering requirements to build out the front of the building. It's been nice working with Duke is their willingness to sit down and talk to you and really work with each of the individual groups to understand the entire revitalization of the neighborhood.
We have seen new restaurants open, and we've seen new services here right along Central Avenue. So that's the beginning, and we think there's more growth, more opportunity as well.
This was really one of the first improvement projects we did thanks to Duke Energy, and it really helped to develop pride. And I think people, when they walk by there now and see businesses open, feel very proud of where they live. So I don't think that would have happened without the project grant from Duke Energy.
They live here in the community. Our employees live here in the community. They want this to be an extension of who they are giving back to our foundation.
To get together with a bunch of like-minded people in Covington and work for a common goal, which was to save that building and put it to good physical and economic use, is wildly rewarding.